There's no better way to start off the year than to do a bunch of bookish things. I'm so excited. We have so many things planned for today and the next few days. I'm going to go book shopping twice actually with two of my friends. I'm going to sell some books. I'm going to reorganize my book cart and my bookshelves. So I'm actually just about to leave to go book shopping with one of my friends. It's really funny because I did basically this exact same video right before I started school in August, and it is now 5-6 months later. Kind of ironic, but I figured I'd show you guys the 4 books that I'm going to be selling. These are all books that I either DNF'd or just really could not get into and just didn't want to read. So first up we have You Again by Kate Goldbeck. I've read maybe like the first 20% of this book. I couldn't do it. I really could not do it. As beautiful as this cover may be, I just don't feel like it's worth keeping. Next one is Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. I really tried to get into this, but I feel like it was almost too YA for me. I read the other two, but I also listened to them on audiobook. I just couldn't get through it. And then this next one is One Day in December by Josie Silver, and it has this trope that is just so difficult for me to read, and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And then the next one, I actually read majority of this, and this is Things I Wanted to Say But Never Did by Monica Murphy. It's a bully romance, and I guess I didn't really read into that going into it. Not to mention, this thing is like quite bigger than a normal paperback, and it is nearly 500 pages. We are going to be saying goodbye to these 4 books, but we are also going to be introducing, I'm hoping, a bunch more books. But really quickly before I get going, I have this it's not a post-it note. What is this called? Note card. And I'll insert it up on the screen, but I have so many books that I either just want to finish a series, I want to get the physical copy, I want to read more of like the author's books. So I'm hoping to at least get a few off this list today. We'll see what actually happens, but we are going to 2 different bookstores, and I'm very excited. So let's get going. I'm really striking out here.
And offers ready for John.
So sad. We are at Half Price Books number 2. We're gonna hope for more luck. I just see this. Look at how pretty this is. I like this a lot better than the orange one. Not gonna lie, we have not found a single book at all. I have found this tote bag that I think is really cute, and it's literally $1.50. So I might be getting a tote bag for books that I do not have. We might go check out another bookstore that we have not been to yet, and then of course we're gonna go to Barnes, and I also have gift cards there, so that's really exciting. But there's just nothing, and it's really sad. We're now in, I don't even know what this place is called, but it's a little bookstore. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I was just thinking how I didn't recognize any book titles. Guess who's getting their favorite book finally in paperback? Okay, well, I got a whole 3 books, 2 of which I've already read.
Progress is progress.
It's a bit later. We're now in Barnes & Noble. There's so many book options. I don't know what I want. So I was listening to Daisy Darker. However, there's just so many good quotes in the book, and they have the physical copy here. So honestly, I might go back and kind of like restart the book and go through and underline and tab all of my favorite quotes. As I was listening to it, there was just so many quotes that I'm like, you know, I had to go back and like pause it. Oh my gosh, what do I do here? We got 2 books, which I'll show you in a little bit. Okay, we are on day 2 of book shopping, and I have special guest number 2. But we have quite the issue because we were walking out the door, but this girl saw dance, and then I saw memoirs, and I just bought, what, 4 books? And now I see like 50 more that I really want. We might be purchasing 2 more because I really did enjoy, or actually I've not read this one, but I have read this one. I'll take everything, please. Holy.
That's the sound of your card.
Yeah, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. There's already so many books in this. There's so many. This is an issue. We're at the second Barnes of the day, and it's freezing. So we're in Barnes. I almost should drop my books. So I have 3 books that I'm looking at. The X-Files, which the person holding the camera and I might buy together, by Jessica Joyce. So I got As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. And lastly, I've read a lot of Lynn Painter books, but this one's The Do-Over
and I love it because it's sprayed edges. So I think those are the 3 that I'm gonna go with, but that's where we're at now.
Hello. Alrighty, so it is now a few days later, and as you can tell, this bag is literally overflowing, so let's do a little book haul. So since I showed quite a few of these books while I was shopping, I'm just gonna go kind of rapid fire through all the books that I got, but in total, I got a lot of books. I got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
17 books. That is the most that I've ever bought within like a 3-day span, and one more is also coming soon, so I got 2 memoirs. The first is Homework, a memoir of my Hollywood years by Julie Andrews, and I'm so excited. I actually didn't know that she had a memoir, so I'm excited for that one. The next one I actually, in fact, did read, which is In Pieces by Sally Field. I really, really enjoyed this. I got one dystopian, which I've actually already read, and it is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I have the first and third one, so I needed the second one to finish off my series. On to thrillers. I actually got more thrillers than anything else. I wound up getting the entire Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. Next, I got a Freedom McFadden book, which is The Housemaid's Secret. This is the second book in the Housemaid series. Next is another Freedom McFadden book. This one's The Boyfriend, and I'm very excited because I got the Barnes & Noble edition, and I did not pay Barnes & Noble price for it. As you guys already saw, I got Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney, which I am now currently on page 202, and I so hope the ending is good because I am freaking loving this book. Next up, I think this is fantasy, but I did get Divine Rivals, which is not here yet, and Ruthless Vows. They're both on hardcover, and I got them both for like $6 each. And these two, as well as another book, will be used in an upcoming video, which I'm very excited for. And then I got the last book to finish off the Folk of the Air trilogy, which is The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. This will also be used in another video coming soon. I finally acquired the physical copy of Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and I love that I have kind of like the older cover of this too. One of my 5-star reads of 2024. And then I got my first Frederick Bachman book, which is A Man Called Ove. Not entirely sure. Okay, we're on to the last 4. The next one is In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. I read another book by her, and this one is like 250 pages, which I actually did not realize before picking it up. Again, will be used in a video shortly. And then this one, actually, my best friend got me for Christmas. We just did our Christmas exchange the other day, and this is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I told her to just pick me out one of her books, because I've never read any of her books, and I have a feeling this might break me. Stay tuned. And then with Shaylin, who also got me the book, and you saw earlier in this video, we both got the same book, which is The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. Last but not least, I actually got the sprayed edges version of it too, which is so cute, and it is a lid painter book, which is The Do-Over. So as you can tell, I got quite a few books. May have gone a little crazy on the book shopping. There is kind of 2 more things that I want to do before ending off this video, which is organize my TBR cart and organize my bookshelves, which honestly, I'm not entirely sure how I want to organize my bookshelves because I don't have too much room on my bookshelves, even though I just got a whole bunch more books. But I have an idea, which I will show you guys in just a minute. So this is the current state of my book cart. I do have some room here and at the bottom, but I think I kind of want to organize it more by genre and honestly just see if all of my books fit on my book cart because I'm not entirely sure that they will, but let's start organizing. I have finished with my book cart. Oh my gosh, it looks so satisfying. I'm not going to go through everything, but just kind of a little overview. These are the books that I'm currently reading. We have Daisy Darker and Atomic Habits with some other just little stuff up there. And then for the most part, this is all romance except for The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna and A Man Called Ove, don't know still, by Frederick Bachman. But I've kind of done it in rainbow order just because I think it looks nice. And then down here on the bottom row, I have my 2 hardbacks. The third one will be here shortly, I hope. Some more fantasy, and then continuing on to thrillers / kind of mysteries. But I am obsessed with this book cart. I love it so much. And the best part about it all is that I have all of these on my TBR that I can read at any point, which I'm very excited for. Okay, TBR cart is back where it belongs. Success, Floor is a little bit of a mess, but I will explain this in just a minute. But then we have my bookshelves, which I need to take down my Christmas stuff because we're in January, people. So as you can tell, my bookshelves are a little bit of a mess, and we want to do a little bit of rearranging. So for the most part, up until like here, that's all series. And then it kind of just gets all mixed matched. These are for the most part romance. Up here I have fantasy, fiction, dystopian, and a few thrillers. However, eventually all of those books are not going to fit up there. Maybe those will, but in the future it won't. So I've cleared off this, and I think I want to make the bottom shelf maybe memoirs or thrillers or something along those lines. I highly advise do not stand on chairs, especially swivel chairs. Whoa. But the Christmas stuff has got to go. Okay. Question is, how do I want to reorganize? Because honestly, I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of reorganization. I don't entirely know what I want to do, but we're just gonna kind of wing it. Do I like that? Woo! Okay. Well, looks okay. Not to worry. Does that look great? Maybe? I am too short. Okay. We're gonna go with it. Oh, okay. After all that, I think I'm gonna rearrange this part back to how it was. Because I just can't decide what to do. I'm being so indecisive. Alrighty, it is in fact quite a bit later. It's actually now dark outside, which this took me a little bit longer than I was anticipating because I just can't decide how I want to organize my bookshelf. But here's what I think I'm landing on. So down here on this bottom shelf, it's pretty much the same except for I moved around a few little books to the next shelf. These are all basically romances with 2 poetry books. And then this next shelf is, I think it's all right. I'm still kind of just debating how I want it. I've started off with a lot of my series here, kind of the same except for I moved the off-campus series down a little bit. And then for the most part, this is all romance except for my Colleen Hoover books, which, you know, we've all been there, one of which is a thriller. And then as for this top shelf, it's kind of all over the place. We've got pretty much all of my other like random genres, which consist of memoirs, fiction, YA, dystopian, fantasy, mystery, and thrillers. So that's kind of just how everything fit up there. I'm not entirely sure how I want it, but you know what? This I think is a good start to reorganizing everything. I definitely think it looks a lot better than it did before though. Is it more clustered? I can't really tell. But for now, that's what we're gonna do, and I guess I'm just going to put all of my junk back in there until I don't have any more room. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this very chaotic video from me. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun and bookish content coming soon. And feel free to leave me a comment down below on what books are on your TBR or what books you're currently reading or enjoying. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.